Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is our soft boy Ojiro in the spotlight today. And he is paired with a female. Oh, Lord. Why? Tell me, why did this thing autocorrect to camel? It changed female to camel. I'm crying. Anyway, a female listener, and this one is just a very simple and straightforward, just a straight up period comfort one shot titled Wrapped Up in You. Enjoy. Which one do you prefer? Ojiro asked as he approached you in the aisle of the feminine hygiene section of the local store, holding up two different types of period underwear. Oh, that one for sure, you said, pointing to the one in his left hand. Oh, okay, he said, as he put the one in his right hand down and turned the packet in his left hand over to look at it better, reading the packaging and learning more about it. Why are you reading it? You giggled. You don't need to know anything about it. But I want to know so that I can understand you better, he said as he smiled at you. Oh, you're so sweet, you cooed, standing up on tiptoes a little to kiss him on the nose. I'm just bummed that I've got my period and we're going away on the school camp tomorrow, you added sadly as you took the packet from him and turned to walk with him to the counter to pay for it. It's okay. I'll be with you, he said encouragingly. I can get anything you need. I know, you said with a smile, looking at him with a loved-up look as you took his hand in yours. But it's also a hiking camp, you added with a silent, crying face. Ojiro's sweat dropped. That's the bad thing, I guess, he said sadly. I could carry your pack for you, if you need me to. I don't want you to suffer more, though, just because of me, you said sadly. I would gladly suffer more if it meant that you'd be suffering less, he said back with earnestness in his voice. I said it before, but you really are so sweet, you said, stopping as you got to the counter to pay for your items before leaving with him. That night was packing and prepping for tomorrow, and then up early the next morning for boarding the bus and heading off. There was a lot of hype that morning, since it was all of Class 1A together, and everyone was excited to be off on an adventure. You had remembered to pack your essentials for that time of the month, and popped some prophylactic painkillers into your mouth before leaving, just in case. But you had been feeling okay, so maybe you wouldn't be in that much pain. You didn't know for sure though, so taking precautionary measures was essential. It was a 4-hour bus ride to the start of the trail, and you were grateful for a nice long sit down before your walk, so by the time the bus pulled up, you were ready to get off and moving. Okay, everyone, Aizawa said as he ushered you all off the bus, but stayed on the bus steps. Follow this trail, over the mountain, and I'll see you on the other side at the campsite. Wait, what? Denki asked as he stared at Aizawa. You're not coming with us? No, Aizawa said. It's a well-worn track. There's no way you can get lost. It's a 2-hour walk. See you then. And with that, the bus doors closed and the bus pulled away, leaving all of your bags on the ground with you all standing there watching the bus leave in silence. It was a good 15 seconds before anyone spoke, and the first to make any movement was Denki, who lifted his hand to his eyebrows as if to shield his eyes from the sun as he looked around. What are you doing? Jiro asked him. I'm looking for where Aizawa-sensei finds the audacity to leave us out here on our own, he replied. Oh, it's okay, Momo placated him. We're heroes in training. We can do this. It can't be that far. Only 2 hours over this mountain to the other side. Only? Denki punctuated. I'm going, Bakugo grunted, marching over to grab his backpack off the ground and head off on the trail, and Kiri followed suit. Oh, hey, wait up, bro, he called. Shouldn't we stay together? Precisely, Ida punctuated, chopping his left hand as he raised his voice. We must stay together as a unit. No one can be walking off ahead or being left behind. Save it, Four Eyes, Bakugo snapped as he started on the trail with Ida yelling from behind. Come on, Yin, Ojiro said as he took your hand in his and walked over to your backpacks. I'll carry yours. No, please, it's okay, you said, taking the backpack from his tail since he had used it to pick it up. I'll let you know if I need help, but for now, I'm doing okay. Mina walked over then and picked up her bag and then turned to you. Is everything okay? She asked kindly. Yeah, I'm good. It's just that time for me, so yeah, yay, fun, you said in a dead voice. Oh no, terrible timing, she replied, slinging her bag onto her back. Let me know if you need anything. I've packed an awesome medical kit. Thanks, Mina, you said gratefully as you took Ojiro's outstretched hand and walked with him to the start of the trail. Everyone was somewhat spaced out on the walk, but it was a pleasant day with a lovely bright sun, so no one could have imagined that anything could go wrong. But as you and Ojiro climbed to the last little bit to the top of the mountain, you saw Bakugo and Kiri up ahead and walked up to them to see what was up. Hey Yun! Ojiro! Kiri called happily, waving his hand. Come and help us decide which way to go. Which way to go? You asked out loud, but only loud enough for Ojiro beside you to hear. I thought it was a straight trail that would lead us to the campsite. What happened? Ojiro asked as he approached the two boys. We're not sure which way to go, Kiri commented sheepishly. No, Bakugo barked. You don't know which way to go, stupid hare. I said it's this way, the angry blonde said, pointing to his left to a smaller trail that looked less travelled, but still a trail. But I think the trail might continue on past here, Kiri said, pointing to a landslide across the main trail that you were all walking on. I think if we make our way across the landslide, the trail still continues on the other side, and we're supposed to keep following that, but I'm not sure, he said. No, it's this track, Bakugo said. It's clearly a track. But it goes up further, Kiri said. This one levels out, and might start going back down the other side. What's happened? Momo asked as she appeared from behind you. Oh, hey Momo, you greeted her, turning to see her pass your backpack. We need a little help. Hey all, Mina greeted as she appeared behind Momo. What's up? One by one, the rest of Class 1A turned up, and then it became a voting match to work out what to do. I do believe this trail could have been made to circumnavigate the landslide, Ida said with authority. I believe we should follow this smaller trail, as Bakugo has suggested. And because it was Ida suggesting it, it became gospel, and everyone agreed and then headed off on the smaller trail while Bakugo once again led the fray. Another hour passed, and then another after that, until everyone had been walking for an extra 4 hours, and you're all starting to think that you had gone the wrong way. Midoriya called from the very back. Guys, I think this might be the wrong way. What did you say, stupid Deku? I'll kill you! Bakugo shouted from the front of the line. Should we go back? Denki asked. No! Bakugo shouted. It's this way. I know it is. We might need to find somewhere to set up camp soon, Momo said softly, more to herself than anyone else, but you heard her and you looked across to Ojiro to see what expression he had on his face. It's gonna be okay, he said softly when he saw the look you were giving him. Eventually, after walking for another half hour, even Bakugo had to admit that this was the wrong trail. The sun was starting to make its descent and it was getting colder, and you all seemed to be climbing higher and higher into the mountains, not going down the other side. We need to find a cave of some kind, or rock overhang, Momo said once it had been decided that you would all spend the night in the forest. How about that one? Zero asked, looking up ahead to his left. There, through the trees, a large cave mouth could be seen, and everyone lit up as well when they saw it. You were grateful to see it, mostly because you hadn't taken any pain medication for a number of hours now, and you were starting to feel a little worse for wear. How are you going? Ojiro asked you quietly, as you all headed through the last of the trees to the cave ahead. Not great, you said hesitantly. Ojiro looked at you with concern. He didn't like it when you were struggling. Once at the cave, he immediately put his pack down and then whispered in your ear. Find your medicine, and you can wash it down with my water, and then rest, he said quietly, trying to keep it all discreet, and you gave him a grateful smile and nodded. Thank you, you replied as he started digging into your pack to find your medication. Once taken and washed down, you sat down to rest, trying to not look like you were clutching your middle with your hands, but it was proving difficult, and Mina noticed straight away. You okay? She asked quietly, sitting down beside you for a second to watch the boys gather sticks to make a fire. You nodded. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the medicine to kick in. I'll be okay in a sec, you promised her. She nodded. Let me know if you need anything, okay? She said as she got up and went to go help. That's very kind of you, Mina, but I have my Ojiro with me and he's all I need, you thought, and he looked over at you and you smiled a little in return to let him know that you were okay. Once the fire was up and blazing, you all dug into your packs to pull out the food you had there, then set it all out and make a big potluck dinner for everyone to eat their fill. It was amazing how much food everyone had bought, so after a nice big dinner, you all settled down to sleep for the night. The boys had gone and grabbed soft grasses and giant leaves to make makeshift beds for you all, but you knew that you would be okay if you stayed next to Ojiro. He had something special that no one else could provide. Come closer, Yin, he whispered as everyone was hunkering down for the night. You smiled and scooted backwards into him, letting him wrap his soft tail around your middle to keep you warm, with his arms around your shoulders to hold you close, and that's how you drifted off to sleep, with the gentle chatter of your classmates around you and your boyfriend cuddling you from behind. The next morning you woke feeling pretty refreshed. You'd been warm all night thanks to his lovely warm tail, and the good sleep had done you wonders for your cramps and pain. Are you feeling okay this morning? Ojiro asked as soon as he woke up, cuddling into you more. You yawned and stretched and then turned your head back to look at him, and he kissed you on the cheek. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, you said. I just need to get changed and do lady stuff. Oh, he said with a blush. You go and I'll wait for you. Did you need someone to cover for you? Like, cover you while you're changing? Because I can hold up a towel or something, he offered. Yeah, actually, with everyone around that would be great, you said. And so you and he snuck off to get ready for the morning, and once you were all ready, you started off again, back down the trail that you had followed, until you got back to the main path with the landslide. It's clear on the other side, Kirishima called, after he and Bakugo had bush-bashed a little to see if they could find the continued track on the other side of the landslide. With relief on everyone's faces, you all followed suit, and before you knew it, you were out the other side and could see the campsite ahead. Has Aizawa not cared that we didn't show up? Urarika asked from behind you. They didn't even send out a search and rescue. Just then a large shadow flew overhead, and you all looked up to see hawks casually flying over. Sleep well? He called down to you all. We had eyes on you all night. You did well. Be prepared to cop an earful from Aizawa, though, he added cheekily before taking off. Maybe I'll need more pain meds, you replied to Ojiro with a shudder. Do you mind if I have some too? This weekend is going to be brutal, he added, and you giggled. It won't be so bad because we have each other, you said, giving his cheek a quick kiss as you stepped up close to him. True, he replied with a smile, wrapping his tail around you to hold you close. If you're close to me, I'm all good. Oh, Ojiro, what a sweet boy. Now, I've written a number of period comfort one-shots now. I feel like I've got a few under my belt, and I did mention to a few of you that I would be branching out into Jujutsu Kaisen and starting with a few one-shots. I have never written for JJK, and I'm super stoked to be getting into that fandom. Have been in the fandom for a while, but just have not written for them. So stay tuned for next week. I will be opening Jujutsu Kaisen. If you have any characters that you would like to see a one-shot with, drop their names in the comments and I'll add them to the list. I won't say who I'll start with, but you probably already know who it's going to be. Go choke. Sorry, something stuck in my throat. I'll see you all then for the Jujutsu Kaisen one-shots.